I'm gonna start talking now. It is Christmas time, and everybody knows what that means. That means it's time for Christmas movies. We love movies in this house. We watch movies all the time, all year long. It doesn't matter what the weather's like outside. We're a movie family. This is my sister, by the way. This is Emma.
You guys probably haven't seen me in a long time.
No, it's mostly Mom and I on the channel.
It's like the very first video.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Disney trivia video.
You've been in a few vlogs, but
very small features. And now I get to co-star.
Anyway, we're gonna talk about Christmas movies today. We're gonna talk about movies we like, movies that you may not know about, and if you do, you win bonus points. Some movies we don't like, some movies that other people might hate, but we enjoy watching. So we're just gonna start talking about Christmas movies. And I wanna start with this one. This is The Wizard of Oz. It is not a Christmas movie.
No, it's not. It's not at all. I don't know why people think it's a Christmas movie. It could not be farther from a Christmas movie.
We always watch this movie on Thanksgiving because we used to have like a Thanksgiving tradition where we would go to the Thanksgiving festival and we would come home and watch The Wizard of Oz and start setting up the tree, and it was the way that we started the Christmas season every single year, and it started because of Mom. And to Mom, this is a Christmas movie. I don't get why, but that's what it is to her, and so we watch it every year to kick off the Christmas season. So this one kind of counts as a Christmas movie for us in our family.
I'm not all that fond of The Wizard of Oz. I'm not. Okay, we were in a play where we put like an actual play. This wasn't like a school production. It was like a Jefferson City community theater play. And she was in the Emerald City Chorus, and she had a great outfit. And I was a Munchkin teacher. But long story short, it was just a lot of the same music. So I've kind of...
You've been sick of it since then?
I've been sick of it since then.
I did not know this.
I've been sick of it since then.
This is news to me. All right, getting into some of the classics. You should know these. If you are new to Christmas and Christmas movies,
this is a good starter.
This is like your starter kit. These are the movies that you need to look at first.
These lay the foundation.
The claymation classics. Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, Frosty the Snowman, Santa Claus is Coming to Town, and then not in this very cool, very special box, we have, what's this one? The Year Without a Santa Claus. I forget the name of it because it's like a really long name. This is actually my favorite claymation movie of them all. I love it so much. I don't have a good reason why. I think it's the music.
I love this, yeah, the music.
In it, I think it's the music. And Mother Nature.
Yes.
Or Mrs. Claus. I don't know. I love The Year Without a Santa Claus. It might be my favorite claymation movie.
Yeah.
Of all of them.
Because not only do you get to meet Santa and the Misses and like some reindeer and other characters, of course, you also get to meet Mother Nature and Heat Miser and Snow Miser. It's the best claymation, and you can't argue that with me because I am never going to change my mind. Miracle on 34th Street. This one has Maureen O'Hara in it. We love Maureen O'Hara.
Yes.
Love her.
Love, love, love.
We think she looks like our mom.
Yes. Well, I think Maureen O'Hara looked like Maureen O'Hara first.
Wow.
But anyway, we love this movie, and the little girl Natalie Wood in this is just so sweet. And
it is Natalie Wood.
And the Santa Claus in this movie is perfect. I love it.
I think he is my favorite Santa Claus in
a live action movie.
A live action movie.
I agree. I think he's the perfect Santa.
Of course I agree. It was my words.
Next, White Christmas. This one needs no words. This one needs no explanation.
It's a classic for a reason.
It's perfect. It's wonderful.
I mean, the costumes alone.
The music.
Rosemary Clooney.
It's wonderful. This is like the top Christmas movie for me forever. Getting into some of the newer quote-unquote classic Christmas movies. A Christmas Story. This one's hysterical all the time. I have 2 leg lamp sweaters. We used to have these like night lights that would plug into the wall
that were
the
like
leg
the lamp.
And if you don't know, you need to watch this movie. It's funny. The bunny suit is great. The Santa Claus in here is terrible, but I love the parents in this movie.
Yeah. It is a terrifyingly realistic portrayal of like like a junior high life. Like, it feels very real to that and all the ups and downs of therein.
I just think it's great. It's such a good movie, and it was done really well. It's funny, it's classic. I never get tired of it. I love it. Another funny one, Christmas Vacation. This one makes me laugh. It's so terrible. This is the only Chevy Chase vacation movie I've ever seen.
Yeah,
I know there are
same.
more of them. Have not watched them. Just this one.
Yeah, I'm not a big Chevy Chase fan, but I will watch this movie and enjoy it.
I love this movie. And the song in the movie, it's great.
Yeah.
It's great. It's funny. I love laughing during the holidays. I don't like the movies that make me
so
cry.
sad. That's why, I don't know if it's in here. What is it? It's a Wonderful Life. I can't watch that movie. No, it's too depressing.
It's not in here because I don't like to cry during the holidays. I like to be happy. I feel like this is a joyful time. We should be happy. We should be glad. We should be grateful. We should be celebrating because it's a really exciting time. So I don't like to cry.
The world itself is bad enough. I don't want to watch movies that make me sad.
I agree. Another funny one is Elf. This one is relatively new. It's actually from 2003.
Which seems so far away. That's 17 years ago.
I know. Like, we were kids when this came out.
I was 6. I was 6.
You were so little. Anyway, we love this movie. I'm not a Will Ferrell fan.
No.
And I love this movie.
Yeah, most of Will Ferrell's filmography is not my cup of tea. Exactly.
And, okay, fun fact about me, Bob Newhart drives me crazy.
He drives her insane.
Drives me crazy. Drives me crazy. Because he will say the same word multiple times without reason. And I feel like that's a learned behavior, and he could also make it better, but I feel like he does it on purpose. It doesn't matter. It annoys me, but I love him in this movie. He's a great Papa Elf. So, Elf.
Oh, and Zooey Deschanel is in here.
She's perfection in this movie. She's perfection.
Yeah.
But she's perfection in this movie. So I love this one. And I, like, so far, all of these Christmas movies have a different story. So
yeah, none of them are
repeats.
repeats.
Yeah, so I think they're fun. Our movie stack is gonna collapse. Okay. Santa Claus 1 and 2.
We have the third one. We're
gonna talk about it in a few minutes.
Yeah.
I love 1 and 2. Do you like 2?
I like 2, yeah.
Is Mom the one that doesn't like 2?
Mom is the one she's ambivalent about 2, and she does not like 3.
Well, we're not talking about 3 right now. We're talking about 1 and 2.
Okay.
I love them both. I think Tim Allen is a great Santa Claus. And the reindeer in these movies are great. They're just great. And the elves in these movies are great. The kid drives me crazy, but that's okay.
Well, he's a kid.
Right. But once again, a completely new story that, like, is not a repeat of ones that we've already talked about.
Yeah.
So the Santa Claus movies are really fun. Definitely in our Christmas repertoire every single year. More sequels. Home Alone 1 and 2.
These are the only Home Alones that we have. There are more, but we have not seen them and have no wish to.
I think these are the only 2 that really matter, to me at least.
Yeah, they're the only ones with Macaulay Culkin.
So 1 and 2. And between the 2, if I had to pick a favorite, it might be Lost in New York.
Yes, exactly. I love it. I love the Lost in New York one.
It's great. It's really great. These are such good movies. They're so much fun. The kid is so creative, and it's not focused on Santa.
Yeah.
It's a movie that takes place at Christmas time.
And he is a really smart and responsible kid. Like, he goes to New York with his parents' credit card and all that cash, and he spends a lot of money on room service, but that's also the amount of the room, too. And where is he gonna go for dinner in New York by himself?
Well, and he doesn't spend it on a whole bunch of frivolous stuff.
No, he goes to a toy store and he gets 2 things. Some firecrackers and, like, a weird toy.
But the year before, when he's a year younger, he goes to the grocery store
And he gets fabric softener and eggs and milk.
He buys groceries. Like, what kind of 8-year-old does that? This one does.
He's smart. I love him.
Yeah, and then he cleans the house.
He cleans the house. He destroys it, and then he cleans it up like nothing happened. Except for Buzz's room. But Buzz deserved that.
Yeah, Buzz is a
jerk.
Yeah. These 2 are not sequels. They're a live-action remake. There was a Grinch movie
from Illumination Pictures, and it's on Netflix.
I haven't seen it.
I haven't either yet, but I do want to.
Yep. I love this one. I love the classic animated. It's so much fun. It's perfect. This is one of the ones that we start with every year when we start watching Christmas movies. This is usually...
It's your typical Seussical, you know?
It's perfect. It's so much fun. The music in it is wonderful. I don't know that I like this one. I don't think I even watched this last year.
Again, it's a Jim Carrey thing. He kind of freaks Mom out. Just like, I don't know.
He kind of freaks me out too. Like, I don't know. Just the people in this movie, and maybe it's the costumes. I don't know.
Yeah.
This is not my favorite. I know a lot of people like it, and that's fine. I'm just not a fan.
This is an example of like how setting and costuming and, you know, set dressing can all, and props, they can be really, you can have really good ideas. Like, because when you compare it with the actual Dr. Seuss stuff that's based on like the pictures that were in the books originally, it's very true to that, but it misses the mark on having that whimsical, cheerful quality, and it becomes almost sinister to me, and I don't know why.
Yeah, that's kind of, yeah.
It misses that like life.
He's creepy in this one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Almost like threatening to Cindy Lou, and he's not in this one. He's really sweet to her in this one, and in this one he's threatening.
In the other one he's like, please don't catch me. I'm not here. I'm Santa. Leave me alone. I need to steal your Christmas decorations.
I don't hate it.
No.
I would watch it, you know, if it was
Once.
on, once every Christmas season. I didn't watch it last year, I don't think, but, you know.
A lot of these movies, if we really like them, we'll watch them a couple times.
Yes.
In a season.
Because we start watching Christmas movies
early.
But yeah, The Grinch, some version of The Grinch, you gotta have some version of How the Grinch Stole Christmas.
Agreed.
I still want to see the Netflix one.
I do too.
The Illuminations Netflix
I do
one.
too.
I want to see that. The Polar Express with Tom Hanks, featuring Tom Hanks, starring Tom Hanks,
and
co-starring Tom Hanks, but
Tom
also
Hanks.
Tom Hanks.
Tom Hanks and God, what's that other guy's name?
Was it Tom Hanks?
No, I think it was Tom Hanks.
Okay.
Yeah.
Tom Hanks is a lot of roles in this
It's like
movie.
5 or 6.
I love the story. I love trains. Did you know this about me? That I love trains?
Is that what we have? We have like 2 train sets.
No, we have 3 trains.
We have 3?
We have 3. We have a Winnie the Pooh train, we have a Disney train, and we
Oh,
have
I
like our
forgot about-
classic Christmas train. We
I
have
forgot about
trains
the
in
Winnie
this
the Pooh
house.
train.
There's a train. Duh. It's the Polar Express. I love
There's
this.
a tree!
I love this movie. We watched this the other night, and I noticed, not for the first time, just how creepy their faces are.
It's the animation of that day.
Yeah.
It's like, what, 2002?
I don't know when this movie came out.
It was so long ago.
But 2004. But still, it's a great movie. Another new, unique perspective on Christmas with Santa.
And how a lot of Christmas movies revolve around, how does Christmas work? And, you know, like, how does Santa do this or do that? Where'd he come from? And this is yet another interpretation, but it's one that we like.
I love this one. Now this one is the Nutcracker. A lot of people will go to see the Nutcracker ballet live somewhere near you, right? Produced by some
Ballet
company
that is either visiting or stationed or, you know,
whatever.
in your town.
This is the ballet on DVD. I like this better because I could be at home in my pajamas and I don't have to drive or pay to park the car.
This is featuring the New York Ballet and Macaulay Culkin as the Nutcracker.
Yeah, no, I think it's great. And we got it on DVD. We had it on VHS. I think we literally watched this until
the
broke.
tape wore out. We watched it so many times.
And then we panicked and cried because we were afraid we weren't going to be able to find it.
Yeah.
And then, through the magic of Amazon, we now have the DVD. Thank goodness.
Thank goodness.
But one of my very, very, very favorite Christmas movies ever, of all time.
Let's try doing this with your eyes.
We're gonna start getting into some of the weirder Christmas movies.
Christmas movies you may
or may not have heard of.
Probably have not.
Bonus points if you have. Bonus points if you watch them. Because some of them,
You have
like,
super bonus points if you can search them out and find them and watch
or like
them.
if you own them and you watch them on DVD already, like you're like, yeah, no, that's one of the movies that's part of our family and we watch it every year. Bonus points. You guys are winners. But some of these are pretty weird, and okay, I was panicking because I was like, where's that one? It's fine. It's right here. Okay. We're gonna start with this one. This is Mickey's Magical Christmas, snowed in at the House of Mouse. Do you remember the show House of Mouse?
Vaguely.
The House of Mouse was so much fun.
Yeah.
You hear that truck? It's a FedEx truck delivering things to our neighbors right over there. But the House of Mouse was like a nightclub for
all of the Disney characters.
All the Disney characters to come
Heroes
together.
and villains.
Was it a TV show?
It was.
That they also made into a computer game?
I think
Is that something they did to it? I don't know.
Probably.
But this is that. So it's lots and lots of Disney characters all together in the same place. So
why does it look like that?
I don't know, but it's everything that you ever wanted but never knew you needed. It's terrible, but it's wonderful. Next, we're going to talk about one of our very favorite Christmas movies of all time.
This might be my favorite movie ever.
This is called We're No Angels.
It has Humphrey Bogart, Peter Ustinov, and Aldo Ray. And it is...
They are convicts that escape from prison.
From Devil's Island.
It's really a very unique Christmas story.
It's about finding family on Christmas and doing whatever is necessary to protect and care for that family.
They find people that they love and
that care for them and love them in return. And that is, in essence, all that I want in any movie or book or play or whatever that I watch, read, or listen to. I want people to have that, oh, I found family here. I love that. I love it. Yeah.
It's about found family. There's no Santa. There's really not a heavy Christmas theme. Really,
it just is Christmas.
It just happens to happen over Christmas, and it's perfect. It's a perfect Christmas movie.
This is one of the few comedies that Humphrey Bogart ever did, and it is, I think it's my favorite thing I've ever seen him in.
I agree. John Wayne on Hawaii. I mean, Donovan's Reef. I think his birthday happens like on or near Christmas.
Near Christmas. It's not Christmas yet. It's because it's very early on in the movie when they have the birthday brawl.
It's Lee Marvin. There's fist fighting and a woman from Boston and a Hawaiian princess and a weird Hawaiian Christmas tree.
And they have this scene where like the current Hawaiian princess, well, she's not, I don't know that it is Hawaii. It's an island it's a Polynesian island, but the current princess of the island is, you know, butting heads with this obnoxious girl from Boston who comes down there trying to...
You're right, it's French Polynesia.
French Polynesia. But she's having this like butting head scene about, you believe in gods and goddesses? And she said, well, I believe in the one God, as we all do. But I respect the beliefs of my people. And it was just like, yes. It was very rare for that day and age to show that amount of respect towards other beliefs. And I really enjoy it. And besides that, it's a good movie.
It's fun. It's frivolous, but it's so much fun. Okay, you have probably heard of Arthur Christmas. If you have not heard of Arthur Christmas, I'm telling you, you need this movie. This is like a British animated movie. Everybody has a British accent. It's so much fun. And if you are curious how Santa does it, this movie, I think, has the best way of explaining how Santa does it.
In the modern day.
It's amazing. It's perfect. It's so much fun. And then, you know, of course, there are like ugly Christmas sweaters, and there's a really fun elf and a mission that could not go more wrong, and it's just perfect. So much fun. I love it so much. All I Want for Christmas. You should talk about this one.
This is one of my favorites too. I don't know what else I can say about this. It has Lauren Bacall in it as the stately grandmother. It's basically The Parent Trap meets Christmas. These kids have parents who are divorced, who got into some argument that got out of hand, and she's dating this horrible, like their mom is dating this horrible new guy, Tony. And so the kids, the daughter, she overhears her mom say, yeah, I'm gonna get married to Tony, and she flips out and she asks Santa to get her parents back together for Christmas. And her brother, who is older and who is like the perfect older brother, honestly, is like, well, what am I gonna do? Because Santa can't help her here. I know that Santa doesn't exist, so I gotta get my parents back together for my little sister. And he does, and it's great.
Way to spoil the movie.
Well, come on. I said it was like The Parent Trap. You know how The Parent Trap ends.
Whatever. It is also an older movie. This is from 1991. If you watched That Thing You Do,
oh God,
Ethan, the boy, was the bass player.
Yes!
And he's the one that basically skips town and goes to Disneyland with the Marines.
And then joins up.
So this was him when he was younger. Just, yeah, right? Crazy how these kids grow up. But anyway, this is a good one. It's sweet. It's a feel good. It's cute. Beauty and the Beast, The Enchanted Christmas. This one creeps me out.
It does?
It does.
Love this one.
No, there's like an organ or something in here.
Yeah, he's
and
like evil.
Yeah, creeps me out. But it's a Christmas movie. Not part of our every year regular repertoire, but we do watch it.
We do
don't
watch
love it. And it is a Christmas movie that we own.
I love it. That's the most positive thing you can say about it. It is a Christmas movie that we own.
No, we have it, and we've watched it before. Moving on. Grandma Got Run Over by a Reindeer. Yes, this is a movie.
This is a movie.
They took the song.
And they made it into a movie. They surely did.
Yes, they did. And I don't have anything nice to say about it. It's terrible.
Terrible. I love it so much.
I love this movie so much.
It's so awful.
When I was a kid, I used to watch this movie all the time. Like, this was a 3 or 4 times every Christmas we would watch this movie for me. This movie I just saw is from 2001.
Oh God.
I don't know why it was important to me to watch this movie, but we watched this movie. We had it on VHS. We bought it on DVD. Like, why? Why? It's terrible, but I love it so much.
It's the world's most famous case of hit and run.
Because Grandma got run over by
reindeer.
I just want to be Grandma, you know, because she gets to go live with Santa for a year.
She has amnesia.
But she lives in the North Pole.
She's in bed all the time. She's bedridden.
I know, it sounds great. Best vacation ever. Okay, there are 3 Barbie movies in here.
Yeah.
We really only watch one of these, but we were trying to find the Barbie Nutcracker.
Barbie Nutcracker.
On DVD. And it was more expensive to buy it on its own than to buy this. So I guess we got a discount for buying the other 2 Barbie movies.
Yeah. Barbie Nutcracker, the Barbie Nutcracker version of the Nutcracker is my favorite Nutcracker.
Really?
Yes.
Okay, I love the Nutcracker. We have several versions of
We do.
Nutcracker.
We do.
I'm looking at one right now. We're going to talk about it in a
Oh
minute.
God,
It's
we
awful.
have.
But like this one, I don't think it's my favorite. It's not my favorite. My favorite we already talked about. But this one, it's good. Okay, if you don't like Barbie, fine. But it's not.
If you don't like Barbie, get off her channel.
It's not so bad though. She is resourceful. I think.
Yes. She's
not so
very
bad.
resourceful. She keeps her head.
And she's really pretty. She's really pretty. It's pretty, and I don't know.
This movie made me want to be a ballerina.
Yeah. You gotta love the Barbie Nutcracker. Christian children unite. Veggie Tales. There are 2 holiday Veggie Tales in here. There might be more that they've made. I have no idea.
We haven't checked up on what the VeggieTales people are up to in a long time.
In a long time. But the toy that saved Christmas
Is my favorite.
is my favorite. They also have the Star of Christmas in this one. I'm not such a big fan of that one. We watch it because it's in here. We watch it. But Bob and Larry are, like in the toy that saved Christmas, they are kids that are trying to understand the meaning of Christmas, and it's not a Buzzsaw Louie. It's, you know, about giving, and even if you can't give stuff, giving time is important too. And so just, it's important, and we watch VeggieTales even as adults because why wouldn't you?
They have
Right?
good songs.
Well, and good messages too, I think. Love the VeggieTales. I'm a little bit ashamed of these last 3
Why?
weird movies because they're weird. Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, the movie. The movie. You need to be sure it's the Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, the movie.
Yes.
Okay?
And if it doesn't have 4 little fairies in it, you've got the wrong version.
They will sing a song and tell you what their names are.
I'm Aurora, I'm Sparkle, I'm Glitter, I'm Twinkle. And if they don't
That's
sing
in
that,
the movie. It's in the
it's
movie.
in the movie.
So is Whoopi Goldberg
Yeah.
and Bob Newhart. And
Newhart?
John Goodman. Yes, Bob Newhart's in here. I am Leonard.
Oh my God.
He's the polar bear. Yeah. It's fine. There's a fox, like an Arctic fox, and a polar bear that become his friends, and there's the other doe that becomes his girlfriend. Her name is Zoe. Yeah.
It's just awful. I love it so much.
Debbie Reynolds is also in this movie.
We love Debbie Reynolds.
So, yeah. No, it's... the Paul McCartney song
Yes.
makes us think of this movie because it's in this movie.
Honestly,
and so every time we hear that song, we think of this movie. And so...
I would be willing to bet that 90% of the budget went towards getting the rights to have that song in the movie.
It is not a good movie.
But we love it.
Yeah, probably because we grew up watching this. I don't even know where it came from. I think we used to have one of those VHS players that would record things from the TV.
Yeah.
And I feel like we recorded it off television first, like before we bought it on VHS, or maybe we only had it on that and then we bought it on DVD.
Because at some point when we were younger, Mom was in the kitchen.
We thought she'd lost her mind.
We thought she'd lost her mind because, you know, we were talking about
these fairies, and she was singing that fairy song that she just sang, and we had forgotten
no idea
it.
what she was talking about. No idea.
And she knew she was right. And
she was.
But we thought that we were gonna have to take her to a hospital somewhere because
I think it's time for the sanitarium. I think it's stick a fork in her, she's done.
We were worried, but it's okay because it was actually in the movie. So if you're looking for alternate versions of Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, maybe look into that one. Here's an alternate version of the Nutcracker.
God!
One is not good.
Oh.
It's terrible. The animation is bad. It's called the
nuttiest. Music is worse.
It's called the Nuttiest Nutcracker because the characters in this, except for Marie and the Nutcracker, everyone else is a nut.
Or a mouse.
Or a mouse. So they've got like little peanut, and they've got a walnut and a cashew. They've got broccoli and oranges. They've got vegetables.
And an macadamia nut.
They have nuts as characters.
That's why it's called the Nuttiest Nutcracker. Sure to burn your eyes and your ears. It's a train wreck. We cannot look away.
I'm not going to tell you to buy this movie or watch this movie because you would come for me and I would not blame you. It's bad. If you only ever want to watch the Nutcracker in different forms, this is an alternate version.
It's not a good one.
I would never encourage you to find this movie or watch this movie, but it is one that we own, and it is one that we watch a lot more often than we should. It's a shame, but it's fine. It's fine. It's okay.
It's okay. It's totally fine. It's completely fine.
This is another really, really bad movie.
This is horrible.
There's so many bad Christmas movies.
There's so many.
For every good Christmas movie there's
like
another
25 bad
Christmas movie. Christmas in Cartoon Town. So these kids go Christmas shopping for each other or for their parents or something. Mom drops them off at the store.
And they
get stuck in a snow globe?
No. They buy a snow globe where an elf is currently trapped inside. An elf from Santa's workshop. And long story short, they and the elf go to Cartoon Town, which is like...
They meet, let's see,
Cinderella, Snow White,
Pinocchio,
the Wicked Witch,
and Jack from the Beanstalk.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, there's a witch in this one. Oh my gosh, I forgot about her.
How can you forget? She's an iconic character.
Okay, the witch in this movie wears sneakers. I can't. She wears sneakers with like unlaced shoe. Like,
it's incredible.
It's so bad. They ruined the fairy tale for Cinderella, and don't they ruin it for Snow White
They
too?
ruin it for Snow White. She's like, are you telling me that I have been cooking and cleaning for 7 men for all of these years when I could be a princess? I'm not doing this anymore. No, thank you. She bounces.
It's really terrible. They ruin things, but it's okay because Christmas is fine.
Yeah, Christmas is saved, and that's all that matters.
There's a bad guy, and then there's another bad guy, and they need to discover the true meaning of Christmas and save Christmas in Cartoon Town. I can't. I'm sorry. I can't. It's terrible, but it's one, again, that we watch way more frequently than we should. We have a few more movies that we're going to talk about that we have the physical copy of, but first I want to talk about like Netflix/Disney Plus movies that we don't actually have a physical copy of. The other night we watched Jingle Jangle on Netflix.
Wow. I'm just...
Drop everything.
Go watch
that movie. You don't have to like it. I think you should because I thought it was so good.
the costuming, the set, the way that the magic in that movie works. It's like balancing between science and fantasy.
Magic.
And it is just so perfect. I had no idea that it could be that good.
That Christmas movie was everything I never knew I wanted.
Yes.
I loved it. I loved
The
it.
music in it. Oh, wow.
I loved it. It was perfect.
It's
on Netflix.
when you smile.
Wow. Was that in your range?
No,
Okay.
not at all.
There's another one I wanted to talk about on Netflix, The Christmas Chronicles.
Christmas Chronicles with Kurt Russell.
Okay, they had watched it before.
We watched
they
both
showed
the
it to
first
me.
one and the second one, which just came out like a couple weeks ago.
I did not watch the second one. I've only seen the first one, and I've only seen it one time. And I thought it was fine. It was not bad. It just is not like top 10 Christmas movies for me. Jingle Jangle is up there for me. And we should have watched The Christmas Chronicles first.
Yeah, to go from such a good movie like
To go from Jingle Jangle to...
Jangle is like, honestly, it should win an Oscar for something. I don't know what, but it should win an Oscar for something.
I just thought it was so good. But then to go from that to The Christmas Chronicles...
Christmas Chronicles is a good movie, but
Yes.
it's not on the same level
Yeah,
as
completely
Jingle
different.
Jangle.
Right.
Netflix has also done some like Hallmark movie type stuff. Are we gonna talk about those?
After we talk about Noelle.
Oh, okay.
Noelle on Disney Plus. It took me a year to watch it. I don't know why. I started watching it last year when it came out. I think I got like
Sidetracked.
15 minutes into the movie, and then I turned it off because I had stuff to do, and then never turned it back on. And like, it's just been in my continue watching tab, and I'm just like, oops. I finally watched it, and I liked it. I did.
I haven't seen it yet, but I love Anna Kendrick.
Mhm.
So
Yeah, it was good. It really was. I feel like I knew what was going to happen.
Well,
So
I
it
mean-
wasn't surprising, but I feel like everybody does. And so,
Yeah.
and sometimes that's okay.
sometimes that's okay. I don't want a plot twist. I don't want, oh, I never saw that coming. I want it to make sense.
Yeah, and it made sense. And it was good. And I thought the costumes were cute. She's adorable.
She is adorable.
Now we can talk about your Hallmark movies on Netflix. Are there
Okay.
any on Netflix that you want to specifically point out?
Specifically, I would like to point out Operation Christmas Drop. I like that one a lot. It has Alexander Ludwig in it, and he grew up so cute. Even just looking at him,
Who is that?
he was the kid from Escape to Witch Mountain with Anna
Oh.
Sophia Robb and Dwayne The Rock Johnson.
Oh.
Yeah. And then also, they have so many with, what's her name? Vanessa Hudgens. They have like 3 different ones with her. Night Before Christmas is cute, but, you know,
Sherry and I watched it. I thought it was good.
it's good, but it is terrible. It is so...
It's bad.
It's
But
bad.
All of these are. These are like, we're moving into the Hallmark Christmas movies.
Hallmark Christmas movies, as a general rule of thumb,
Not specifically from the Hallmark channel.
Yes.
Some of them are. Some of them might be. But like that.
or they might be
specific,
like from Lifetime or...
romance, rom-com, weird, terrible, awful, low production
Yeah.
value Christmas movies that are all like fake Christmas trees pretending to be real Christmas trees and
green
like,
screens instead of like actual sets.
yeah, so like those. We're moving into that section. So that's where we're living right now.
But the Vanessa Hudgens movies are okay. I did not like the second Princess Switch movie, but the first one was pretty good. But yeah, I'm not... I mean, like...
Let's move on and talk about these.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I'd much rather talk about those.
Okay, moving on to the Hallmark Christmas movies that we own on DVD.
This is my favorite one.
Because we own these on DVD.
Yes, we do.
A Crown for Christmas.
With Danica McKellar.
Also, she doesn't look like this in the movie. She doesn't
No.
wear that dress.
No.
Like, where did she get that dress from for the picture?
They edited it.
Whatever.
Okay, but first of all, it's a good movie and a great plot. Second of all, like the guy who plays like the love interest in this movie, he's a king, but the actor can act. And usually the people in these movies only do a passable job, but he can act. And I love it.
It's terrible, and
I love it.
we watch it, and we have it on DVD.
I love it.
The Christmas decorations in that one are not so bad.
No, they're not so bad.
I have a love relationship, love hate relationship with Candace Cameron Bure.
I can't look at her without thinking about those commercials.
Tuna commercials.
Yes.
I love her in these movies.
So it's hard for me to take her seriously.
And I love to hate her in those silly tuna commercials. Anyway, this is a Christmas Detour. Their plane is like snowed in or something.
So she's like, if a plane can't
fly.
fly.
They rent a car and then I think they like road trip to their final destination.
And they fall in love.
It doesn't make any sense.
No.
I love this movie and I can't tell you why it doesn't make any sense. But I do like that movie. Christmas Mail.
Oh God, this is such a horrible one.
Sherry watched this one. And
you will laugh at this one so hard, but not for the reasons they want you to.
This one's terrible. The boss man in this one, this is really terrible. It's terrible.
This is horrible.
It's bad. Doesn't the post office want more mail to go through the post office? And the guy is like, she's having too much mail come through here. We've got to get rid of her. Like,
gotta get rid of her so that there will be less mail coming through the post office.
And the guy in this movie isn't even cute.
Neither is she, really.
She's kind of adorable. She's fine. But like, yeah, this one's bad.
It's bad.
No, it's just bad.
Bad.
This one is a 4-pack of movies.
And it includes one of my very favorites.
Okay, there are a couple in here that I actually like. Have you seen the holiday engagement one?
No, I haven't.
I like that one. She takes a fake fiance home for Christmas because her fiance like dumps her.
No, I have seen that one. I like that one.
Yeah, her fiance dumps her right before Christmas.
Right before Christmas. And her mom has been giving her...
She hires an actor to pretend to be her fiance. Like the fiance that she has been telling her family about that they haven't met yet. So they don't know that the guy that shows up with her is fake. Also, A Christmas Kiss.
There's two of the
second one is better.
The second one is better. The first one is the
complete trash. It's garbage.
It is so awful that I can't imagine what my life would be like if I had never seen it. It is just so terrible.
Yeah, so bad. These are bad. These are bad movies.
But we love them for it.
Right.
Unlike these.
All right, we've got 2 movies here that we don't like. These are Christmas movies that I wish we didn't own. Look at this.
Yeah.
We got this one from Kmart.
We did get it from Kmart.
We paid $7.50 for this movie from Kmart, and I
hope you like your money, Army.
Okay, Jingle All the Way. This is the Family Fun Edition. I never have fun watching this movie. This is just bad. It's so bad. And then the Santa Claus 3. I think this one also came from Kmart because it's got another K sticker on it. It doesn't matter. I don't like this movie.
No.
I don't like...
Scott is selfish in it.
I love Martin Short. I love him. I loved him in the Canada show.
Yes.
It was so great. I don't like this movie. I don't like the plot of it at all. It's infuriating. How's that? It infuriates me. This movie makes me mad, so that's where I'm at with this one. I don't like it. Now we've got a couple of Christmas movies that we want to talk about that aren't actually Christmas. I mean, they are Christmas movies.
They're Christmas movies in the barest sense of the word.
They take place during Christmas. So Die Hard, duh. I love Die Hard.
I love Die Hard.
1 and 2.
And 2. 2
is good too.
2 is good.
Lethal Weapon. I love Lethal Weapon. What do you think of The Nightmare Before Christmas? Is that a Christmas movie?
No, no, it isn't. It is a Christmas movie.
I know some people who like use it as a transition movie between Halloween and Christmas.
Yeah, I think that works, honestly.
If you completely ignore Thanksgiving. I mean, I just think it's weird.
Well, some people do, but I'm not all that fond of Nightmare Before Christmas. I mean, I'll watch it, but I don't love it to the extent that a lot of people do.
Yeah, I don't mind it. I watched it with Adam and Sherry this year, and it made me like it more, because the first time I watched it, kind of just didn't get it. You know, I was like, why do people love this movie? I understand that people love this movie. I still don't understand why. It's not bad.
No, I will say this for Nightmare Before Christmas. It has like a kind of, for me, it's middling. You know, like, oh yeah, okay, I kind of get it. I mean, I guess. Up until like the last act where they go in to confront Oogie Boogie, like after he crashes the sleigh. And then it just goes from to like, wow. Like it is just straight up in action. And it just, it ends very strong, which I appreciate. I think as a movie you do, if it's kind of, if anything, you would rather end on a high note and on a strong note than begin with one and kind of just peter out.
It's a movie I feel like you have to actually pay attention to, and like to what's happening, because otherwise it doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
And also it's kind of creepy.
It is kind of creepy.
It's a Tim Burton movie, so like,
I mean,
you
that
would
kind of goes
expect
without
that.
saying.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Well, that's our, I think I'm gonna call this movie, it could be long enough to be a movie. I think I'm gonna call this video a Christmas movie chat. So that is our Christmas movie chat. You guys learned like some of our very, very favorite Christmas movies, some of the movies we don't like so much, some of the trash movies that we watch every year, like
garbage.
Why do we waste our time on them every single year and
complain about them the entire way through.
and then never feel ashamed?
Never.
I mean, I felt ashamed sharing them with you guys, but whatever.
Christmas in Cartoon Town.
Oh my gosh, it's so bad.
So bad.
It's really, really terrible.
The nuttiest Nutcracker.
I still love that one. I do.
So terrible.
Why? It doesn't make sense. It doesn't need to make sense. It's terrible. But if you guys have any Christmas movies that we didn't talk about, please share them with us. We did not have a, what am I thinking? A Christmas Carol in here.
Oh,
We have 2 versions upstairs, and we don't watch A Christmas Carol. I will read it. I don't want to watch it. I think it's creepy. We have 2 versions upstairs, and one of them is animated and less creepy, but still creepy. I just, yeah.
I think the closest I prefer to come to A Christmas Carol is in the Polar Express with that creepy scene with the puppets. That's the closest I want to come to that entire story.
Yeah, I want to be happy during the holidays, and most of these movies are pretty happy and don't make me cry, and so I love that. So that's our Christmas movie chat. Thank you guys for watching this with us. Thank you, Emma, for being in this video with me. I feel like you have a lot of movie input.
Yes.
She watches movies, and she is
watch
like a
a lot of
movie
things.
quote machine. So you can, you know, give her a scenario. She will give you the perfect quote for that movie. It's amazing. But that is going to be it for us today. You guys will see me again in the next Vlogmas video.